How's it going, everybody? Great Say Geek here, and today I just want to do a quick video of my top 10 characters that I want in the base roster of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. There are a lot of characters that are going to be coming to this game, and most of the characters on this list are probably going to make it in the game at some point. Some of them are more likely than others to be in the base roster. Some of them are going to be combined a little bit just because it's kind of pointless to have them separated. Okay, number 10, we're going to start this off with Toa from Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Dragon Ball Online. The reason I choose Toa is Xenoverse is a very popular franchise, and I think Toa is a pretty well-designed character, a really good-looking character, and I think if they did like some type of crossover to just have a character from Xenoverse into Sparking Zero, it should be Toa. Now, Toa would probably be accompanied with Mira, but personally, I like Toa better. I think her design is better than Mira, and I think she'd just be a cool character to have in there. Number 9, this is a character that's probably guaranteed as well, and that is Janemba. I think Janemba, and of course Super Janemba, whatever you want to call his transformation, is pretty much guaranteed. However, this is a character that a lot of people love. I'd be super hyped for a trailer that has Janemba in it, and I think so will a lot of other people. Now, number 8 is a character that, again, is not necessarily part of the anime, however I think is kind of grown in popularity, showed up in Dragon Ball FighterZ, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and in Xenoverse as well, and that's Android 21. I think Android 21 is one of the cooler androids, and I think what makes her a little bit more special is that kind of Majin transformation. Would be an interesting character to have. Well-designed character, looks great. It kind of fleshes out a little more of the female roster slots. But I think she'd be a cool character. I think she'd animate well and have a lot of cool effects that would look really good in Sparking Zero. Now, number 7 I have is Tapion, however you want to call him. I think Tapion was really cool in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Was one of my favorite characters. I think his design is fantastic. I mean, he basically is Link from The Legend of Zelda. I really much enjoyed that character. I hope he makes a return in Sparking Zero because I think he would look fantastic. Definitely a character I would play a lot. And he would probably show up with Harudegarn since he's from that movie. So I think that'd be a really cool character to be in the base roster as well. Number 6 I have is Baby, and of course that encompasses all his forms, Baby Vegeta, all of that. I think he's one of the cooler GT characters, and so I think having him in the base roster would be amazing for me. Number 5 is the Dragon Ball Z movie Broly. I think this is another guarantee. I think a lot of the movie characters are a guarantee. I would love to see how well he animates in Sparking Zero. And a lot of the games, like in Dragon Ball FighterZ, he's just this ginormous figure. Even compared to Super Broly, he's just a ginormous behemoth of muscle. So I remember a lot of cool fights from Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3 trying to go up against Broly. Probably won't have as much super armor in Sparking Zero as he did in those games, but still a fun one.
I also really hope that he has this line between him and Vegeta that's from the movie.
I am the ruler of all Saiyans, even you, Broly. Then please try your best to make me kneel before you.
Number 4 I have is Cooler. Cooler, again, probably guaranteed at some point. I hope he's in the base roster. I think Cooler is just as popular as Z Broly, maybe a little bit less. There's got to be room for Frieza's brother, right? He'll look just like all these characters. They're all going to look great in this game and animate really well. But I mean, come on. Yeah, I feel like Cooler, shows up in pretty much every Dragon Ball game. Same with Broly, Z Broly. So they're probably much a guaranteed, but they're high up for my wants. I very, very much want them in the game, in the base game. Now, number 3, this one's kind of an interesting one because this one encompasses a lot of characters, but primarily Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Broly. And if you played Raging Blast 2, you know what I'm talking about. And I think it would be cool to have a kind of what-if characters or what-if transformations. As you play through the story, you kind of get to choose different scenarios. Like, who's to say that Vegeta won't go Super Saiyan 3 and some what-if saga and have him as a playable transformation or as a, kind of a special playable character? I think it'd be really cool to have Sparking Zero do that, kind of piggybacking off Raging Blast 2 and just introducing a little more of those transformations or new things that you don't really see in the mainline anime, but technically could happen, would be pretty cool. Okay, now number 2, this one I feel like is probably going to be DLC, but I would love this character to be in the base roster, and that's Gohan Beast. I know Dragon Ball Super Superhero is listed as DLC, but I think it is still possible that a character from that movie will make it in the base roster, and if they do that, it's got to be Gohan Beast. One of the coolest transformations. I think it would animate extremely well in Sparking Zero. I think it would build even more hype for the base game. And I think that's just a character that would blow my mind if we saw a trailer that announced Gohan Beast in the base roster. Now, before I get to number 1, I just want to list off some guaranteed mentions that are mostly forms that we have not seen confirmed yet, but are pretty much all but confirmed. And for me, that's easily the other forms of Cell. First form, the second form, and I believe the form that is shown off already is his perfect form, but then I think most games have the perfect form from when he comes back after getting blown up, and he's kind of more like that Super Saiyan 2-ish level Cell. So I think those are pretty much guaranteed. I also think the other forms of Frieza are guaranteed. First, second, third, full power. I don't think full power has been announced. That might even be a technique. I'm not 100% sure. But the other Frieza forms I think are guaranteed to be revealed at some point. And then the Buu forms. You know, Buhan, Buu Tanks, you know, Gohan absorbed, Gotenks absorbed, hell, even Piccolo absorbed. I think those are pretty much guaranteed for Buu. I love the Gohan absorbed Super Buu. So hopefully those are announced soon. I think they're going to be announced. I think they're pretty much guaranteed. But I just wanted to throw those out there that I am very excited for them, or for those forms, and seeing them in Sparking Zero. Now, number 1, you guys probably saw this coming. A lot of people share this, is GT Goku and GT Vegeta, which comes with all their forms. Of course, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We're all still waiting for the GT announcement. I know it's kind of back and forth whether it's going to be DLC or in the base game. I think GT is going to come to this game at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a DLC that has GT characters, but I still think, and at least holding out hope, that the base roster will have some GT characters, and I think they'll have their own announcement for GT Goku, GT Vegeta. But I you know, Super Saiyan 4 is such an amazing transformation. I think in Sparking Zero, it will just look absolutely magnificent. And so that's gonna give me the most hype of any character reveal. Anything that they could put out is the GT Goku and Vegeta. But anyways, that's a really quick video, just a quick rundown of my top 10 plus some others. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think these characters are going to be in the base roster? Are there characters that you want to see that I didn't list off that you're most excited for? And we're gonna get a lot more reveals, I'm sure, before this game releases. So we'll have to see. Hopefully your favorite characters that you're looking for make it in the base roster. But again, probably all these characters are going to get revealed or put in the game at some point into the future. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next video.